If you think it's annoying, you probably should go. Hello, hello, from chicken stew. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Hi there. Hello, everyone.
Good evening, and welcome to the show.
Welcome, everyone, to the
Penultimate performance
of this particular brand of nonsense.
Penultimate, that's a fancy word for the second to last. Episode 99 of Working From Home. I am Ben Bailey. What is up? I gotta be careful. I don't want to start something and have to keep doing that. If I had to do every episode, I had to go, what's up? I'd be like, oh, what? It's the red light challenge all over again. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode number 99. Holy shitballs, I can't believe we've done so many of these. Thank you to all of you that have been here from the beginning. Now, I know that I'm not really talking to anyone because no one's been around that long. We've been doing this show for 100 years. Once a year for 100 years. Special Agent 99. 99. 99, it's Maxwell Smart. With a slightly Captain Kirkish delivery. 99. I love that show. Get Smart. It's pretty sound advice, really. Words to live by. Get smart. Oh, is it that easy? You just... What happened? I got smart. Wow. How'd you do that, Algernon? Boom! It's sure to wear off. You can't just get smart. There's no way it's going to last, you know. You must be that way or not. If you're not, you're not, you know. They can't just get that way. It's simple, but fantastic advice. Get smart. Right up there with just say no to drugs. Oh, shit, is that all you gotta do? No. No. I gotta scream pretty early in the game, and I've already gotten a shriek from the home audience. I don't know why I sound like a man who's calling a horse race, but that seems to be what's built in tonight. Here they come around, there are sound. Hey, everybody. Episode 99, holy shitbags. I think I said that already. I can't even believe it. You know what? I was wondering why beer doesn't come in those 12-pack dispenser things. Maybe it does, but not the Stella. And then I realized I know why, because those things are fucking horrible. They seem like this amazing, convenient idea. Just tear this perforated corner. It'll just come right off, and then the cans just pop out one at a time. Like, really? That's not really how it works, though, is it? It's more like you tear off the corner, and then all of the fucking cans come pouring out as soon as you shut the door to the fridge. Now you have to open it and let them all fall out onto the floor. Oh, so convenient. It allows you to ruin all 12 of the cans of whatever beverage you just purchased in one fell swoop. Which, who knows what that is, a fell swoop. How? All in one fell swoop. I don't even know what we're quantifying. What is a fell swoop? A swell foop. Now I know. I know a swell foop when I see one, but a fell swoop? One smart fellow, he smelled farts. Isn't that how you do that one? Fuck tongue twisters. Anyway, whose idea was that? Let's write a bunch of things that are impossible to say and then try to say them over and over. You know what? No. Keep it. You keep your tongue twister. I'm going to stick with tongue flatteners from here on out. Because they're so much easier to say. A tongue twister. Ouch! tongue twister, the only thing worse than a titty twister. Remember those? Ow! Like, you got, we call them all these different names for them. Purple nurple. Somebody did that to me now, I would beat them senseless. As a kid, you're like, ow, cut it out. As an adult, you're like, oh! I haven't felt pain like that in years. What's the matter with you? I thought it'd be funny. Why don't you just give me an Indian burn? We probably can't even say that one anymore. And a Native American burn. I don't know how that started, or if we're allowed to use the word Indian anymore, but we had an Indian rug when I was a kid. We called it the Indian rug, or an Indian blanket was another one. To sit Indian style, I don't think we gotta rename all these things. Crisscross applesauce. You guys are like, we already came up with a new one for that, Ben. It's crisscross applesauce. Yay! All right, I'll admit it. I'm all over the place on this one so far. But isn't that what the show is really all about? I'm sorry, about. For those of you who are listening from the north. Let us know where you're watching from, folks. We haven't done that in a little bit. Let's do a drive-by. Oh, shiznit! That's a cash cab drive-by, folks. If you can't tell, or you don't know by now, this is the part of the program when we all raise our beverages and say, cheers, big ears, same goes, big nose, and my personal favorite, boy, are you ugly. Cheers, big ears. I want to know how that started. Like, there's a guy with huge ears at the beginning of that story. It's like, whoa, what do you say to this guy? Cheers, big ears. And he had a fantastic comeback. Same goes, big nose. Which makes me think maybe I was there. He said, and then revealed his profile, thus explaining the joke. Same goes, big nose. You know what I always say before a drink? You sure are ugly. What did I say a minute ago? I forgot what I said. It was a moment ago, you know. But cheers to you folks for sticking with us. And being good to each other. If you are. If you're not, don't take a drink for that. You must self-correct, and then maybe you can have a drink with us next week if you behave well from now until then. Maybe. Maybe. Hey, Ben, do you ever think about doing the Cash Cab game show again? Thanks for the full description. The Cash Cab game show. Oh, the game show. The Cash Cab game show.
Maybe.
There was also a gripping drama that we did.
You get it mixed up with the drive-by.
Yeah, with the drive-by, or maybe they think I hosted Taxi Cab Confessions as well. But no, I didn't. Do I ever think about it? Yeah, once in a while I do. I go, no! Yeah, sometimes I think about it. I think other people think about it more than I do. I'm tired of driving a taxi, understand? I want to move on from that. No, COVID shut the cab down for sure, and it has yet to return. But sometimes I do think about it. Now let's take a moment to appreciate just how different I look from one side to the other. Look, it's like I'm a different guy. It's two sides of the same coin. Two sides of the same coin, I said. Which is a great song by a great blues guitarist singer that I used to run into around the village a lot when I was doing the comedy clubs, a guy named David Kolker. Oh. Check out some of his stuff if you haven't yet. David Kolker.
Looking for some great blues guitar.
Yeah, he's just a monster on the guitar, man. It's awesome. And he has a song called Two Sides of the Same Coin, which is a good tune. It's a good tune, people. You should listen. Once in a while, I think about doing cash cab, and then I try to think about other stuff. You know, like when you home from work, you're not like, I think I'll go back to work tomorrow. See, as it was my job, you know what I'm saying? It was what I did for a living. It was also a hell of a lot of fun, I will admit. I am willing to admit that those 12-pack containers, sometimes they work out. It's like 1 in 10. But it's the same every time. Like you get to this crucial point in the middle of almost the end of the tear off, and part of the box that's not supposed to come along is coming along, and then there's like a beer avalanche teetering. And if I could just tear this one last little. Oh, I got it. Sweet. And you walk off with the one that you better be ready to fucking drink, by the way, when you start the whole process. Because one of them's not staying. It only works if one goes immediately. I hope you're thirsty. Otherwise, you should have waited to set up this box. And then, like I said, you close the door. And then you open the door. Like, trying to drink the beer as it's shooting. That's gonna make the highlight reel. Please take that snippet and post it by itself. People are like, what on earth is supposed to be happening to that man? What is it that he thinks he has in his hand? It's nothing. There's nothing there, I tell you. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I didn't really see, I just saw cash cab questions. I didn't see anybody telling me where they were watching from, but that's okay, you know, it's okay. We'll get back to the important part. Don't buy the cardboard beverage dispenser boxes, they don't fucking work. They're designed to make you go back to buy another one 15 minutes later. It's like a box of Kleenex. You can't take one. You try to take one, but you can't. You take two, and then next time you grab another, and you pull out half of the tissues in one shot. Now you just have a pile on the counter next to the box. Some people are like, what sort of accent is that? Who is this guy? I gotta be honest with you, folks, I don't know. I don't know who that man was. I've never seen him before in my life. I've never been him before. I've never been. I was driving on the highway. That's the whole story. I was driving on the highway, and I saw a sign, a personal injury law firm had put a sign up there with a phone number to call. And I'm thinking, like, who's driving by? And I'm like, oh, right, I forgot I broke my leg. I guess I'll give this guy a call since his number's right there. I know they put him in high-risk areas. Maybe they're hoping to cause an accident, and then you roll out of the car, and, oh, Jesus, what am I going to do? Oh, thank God. Here's Dum-Dum and Douchebag have a billboard for their... Yeah, hey, injured in an accident? Yeah, you're not going to believe this. Like, just now, as it turns out. Right in front of your sign, you son of a bitch! We were all looking up at you. That's why we run into each other. You're laying there in the road. Hello? Yeah, come, get over here right now. Get over here right now. Right now, I said. There's been an accident, and there's possibly money in it for you. On the double. What does that mean, on the double? Twice as fast? Fuck, who just has that at their disposal? Let's go now, twice as fast. What? I'm going as fast as I can. On the double, I said, on the double. Let's do a fucking drive-by. Folks, I feel like I've been a little too wound up out of the gate here. I might not be able to keep this up for an hour. Cheers, you guys. Love you guys. Thanks so much, man. Thank you. I didn't know my neck was made of rubber, did you? No.
I didn't know you were a Muppet.
Oh, yes, you did. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, personal injury guy with a billboard that's amazingly well placed. There's a little sign like at the bottom of an escalator. Ow! Oh. With a picture of the guy. Hey!
Did you just trip and fall and break your neck on this escalator?
Hey, it's me! Yeah. Having trouble getting up? Can you get to your phone? If you can, call me. I'll come help you up. See if I can hurt you worse in the process so we get more money. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
They must do better now that the people have cell phones or mobile phones.
I think they probably do, yeah. But those signs are so big, and they always put their picture.
Yeah.
I think that's part of it for them, is they want to be like a they like to see their face on the yeah, like they like to see. I mean, why else would they do it? I guess because we're supposed to trust them more. There must be some data that says if you put your picture, people will trust you more, right? Because real estate agents are like, hi, like, why are you showing me a picture of you?
Yeah.
I'm like, I love the house, but look at the agent. I don't know. Let's try to find an agent whose appearance we appreciate more. That's how you choose a house. I don't know, but there must be data, you know?
Yeah.
Injured in an accident? Call me. I'll help you screw the fuck out of whoever did it to you. It was an accident. It's no fault, you understand. It was an accident. It was accidentalized, I tell you. Which means I did not do it on purpose. On purpose. Yeah, it's episode 99, you guys. We have, that means we have one more of these. Next Wednesday night is episode 100, the final episode of the show in its current iteration. And man, we're gonna have a blast. We're gonna blow it out. A big party for the last show here. It's just gonna be us, but it's gonna be a big party as far as anybody knows.
I'll get some streamers and some
party
whistles and things.
Streamers and those little horns and party hats.
Yeah, I didn't know what these horns were called, so I called them party whistles.
We should get some vuvuzelas.
Yeah, I don't like those.
Yeah, me neither. I don't really like those either. That was like, oh, that's such a cool thing, and everyone was like, you know what? No, those things suck. Don't bring those to fucking games anymore.
The only person having fun with that is the
person blowing it. Yeah. You know what we should do? We should break out the didgeridoo for episode 100.
Yeah. Do we have a didge?
We don't have a didge. If you're Aussie, you shorten it. But only if you're from Australia are you allowed to do that. To everyone else, it's a didgeridoo. But if you're from down under, it's a didge. Have we got a didge?
You could just imitate it, I think.
I do a pretty good didgeridoo.
That sounded good.
Didgeridoo, didgeridoo. I can do a didgeridoo, but I won't. Yay, Sparky. Someone's saying, yay, Sparky. Or, yeah, Sparky. Does Sparky have an account? Is he on? Is he chatting with these guys?
He might be.
Someone just responded, yeah, Sparky. So he's throwing stuff out there, I guess.
Well, you just walked into the kitchen before, and he was on the bench. What do we call it? The booth.
The tone in your voice made me feel like I had done something wrong. But no, in fact, it was the quadruped up on the bench where he's not supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, taking a little bit of a liberty. And as soon as I opened the door, he was just like, slunk right down. We're going to party like it's 1999. Yeah, that doesn't hold the weight that it used to. But yeah, New Year's Eve coming up. Somebody says, Ben, you're awesome. Wow, that is fantastic. What a wonderful thing to say.
That's great news.
Team Ski says, let's go Sparky. They're waiting for the howl. They're waiting for the howl, I think.
Expecting.
Yeah, I don't know. 99 Luftballons. Melinda Homer Fink. No Nena. We said from the beginning. No, is Nena? 99 Luftballone. I used to know how to sing that song in German because I studied German. Because I knew if I took German in middle school, when I was in high school, I could go to Germany and drink beer. Yeah. Education. That's how you motivate kids. You want to learn German? You can go to Germany and drink beer when you're 15. Hells yeah! Yes! I should have finished that. I should have at the end, but I didn't. So I added it after. You guys were here. You know what happened. Nena, I remember when that song was new, I was in middle school, and we like translated and we could listen to the German one, and everyone was like, she's hot. All the boys, oh, she's hot. And then there was like a rumor that she didn't shave her armpits, and everyone was like, oh. All the boys like, oh, God, I heard she doesn't shave. And there was like this knowledge of some European women who didn't shave under their arms, and it was appalling to the Americans.
Because you guys had seen so many shaven armpits at that point. That...
Yeah, we were just used to it. It was like a, oh! Oh!
I mean, like, you really hadn't probably been that up close.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't like putting our faces right into them or anything. I'm with you. Ausgezeichnet. Good spelling, Con.
Nice.
Das ist ausgezeichnet. That is excellent. That is fantastical. Yeah, I took German because we knew we could go to Germany, and we went and we drank a lot of beer, and we had a fantastic time at a trip that would never ever happen at this point. I feel like things would be a lot more regulated than they were then. There's literally one dude, this great teacher that we loved, took us to Germany, and it was just us, you know.
Wow, that's so
Him,
much responsibility.
He and his wife and 35 15-year-olds.
Wow, I was going to
flying
say,
overseas.
What if something had happened to him?
Well, something did. He vanished as soon as we got there. He just like we went to our host families, and then we didn't hear from him for a while.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was fun. I was terrible. I was the worst house guest. I can't imagine. I was truly awful. We were supposed to go to school. I never went to school one single time the whole time I was there. They're like, they're trying to wake me up. You're supposed to be going to school. I was like, I'm not going. They're like, you have to get up and go to school. I was like, no, I don't.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
They gave up and they just let me sleep. Well, it's summer break, man. I'm not doing it.
Oh, were you there?
We were there in the summer. It was summer here, so we weren't in school at that point, and I decided I was not going to partake. And they were flabbergasted, if I might use a word that I think is underused. I think we need to bring back flabbergasted. Mm-hmm. I campaigned for the return of fuckface because I think it's fantastic. And now I'm moving on, and we need to start using the word flabbergasted again because it's too good to just be laying around back there. Something we used to say. It's too good. I am flabbergasted at the lack of use of the word flabbergasted. Flabbergasted! Double time, Bailey. Double time, boy. Move it. It's a military term, I'm sure. It came from, like, let's go twice as fast.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
I was thinking that when you said it, but it's not as funny if I point out the practicalities.
Yeah, or if anyone, it doesn't even, someone, who's listening, oh, it's a military thing. Yeah. Why don't you just come along for the ride instead of sitting back there judging you? Why don't you just relax and have some fun? You know what I mean? Loosen up. You don't have to know everything. Sometimes you could just laugh. You know what I mean? Like when you were a kid, you just would laugh sometimes. Why don't you try doing that again now? It'd be better for you. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. This is so good for me. I'm not sure how things are going to work out when I'm in front of audiences again. I might slip into this mode. I, in fact, did. One of the shows, I've been doing some shows on the road, live, real shows. And on one of them, I was like, what happened? Something weird happened. Afterwards, I was like, what was that? In the middle, there was like this period of, I was like, what happened? I realized I slipped into this. Like I literally was doing a show like this for like 15 minutes in the middle of the set. I don't know if anyone else could tell the difference. But for me, I was like, oh my God, I felt very vulnerable. Because this is really who I am. What you people see on this show, this is me. I'm very well. Not really, I'm still keeping most of me hidden. You know why? Because it's mine. It's my own personal private business. And that brings us to a movie quote, which is... well, Bri, it doesn't sound like you're doing any business. And that's an easy one, and we've used it often because it's such a quotable film, you know. I gave and received a haircut today at the same time, and I have to say I'm pretty pleased with just how aerodynamic my head is looking this evening. I've been cutting my own hair for years. I wouldn't trust anyone else with it at this point. No one could fuck it up quite as perfectly as I do, so consistently. Oh! What was that?
Sorry, that was my hairbrush.
Oh. I thought you hit your face on your microphone. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
That's quite a laugh.
What do you... Oh!
I hit my teeth 2 or 3 times last week.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You hit your teeth on the mic?
Yeah.
From laughing? That sounds like 1, 2, 3 notches in my belt. I laughed so hard I hit my tooth.
It's not the first time.
You remember that old story about a couple of buddies of mine and I were sitting around, might have been partaking in some substances that are no longer illegal. Recreationally. And my one friend, he goes to take a drink and he hits himself in the tooth with his glass. And it goes, boom. And my other friend goes, I'll get it, and gets up and answers the front door. Really happened. Actually happened. When he comes back and he's like, there's nobody out there. And the two of us are rolling, red in the face, laughing. And he's like, what's so funny? There's no one at the door. He hit his tooth on the glass, and you answered the door. Fast Times at Ridgemont High is incorrect. Brandon Scott Downs, strike 1. There's no strikes in this game.
So when you go throw people off the feed.
Yeah, and I'll try to make it feel like if I look at you guys through here. Wait, hold on. There, that's better. Strike 1! Well, Instagram is way up here now, as you guys in your attitude. You guys, you're in the... This is as close as we can get to me, to you guys feeling like you're in the cash cab on this program. If you see me looking through it at you. And here, we don't do this very much, but we should probably do this more often. Uh-oh, empty. It's a cash cab drive-by, folks. Time to take a sip of that beverage, whatever it is. I don't care what you drink it now. And do this with your head, but not at the same time. I had water in my ear. Did it look like I was dancing? Cheers, folks. Cheers, everyone. Stella Artois. Oh, man. So the giggles you've been hearing, folks, throughout this first half an hour of the show have been coming from the lovely and talented Miss Emma Gleason, who is right here next to me. Show us some love, people. Give yourself some applause, babe.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much.
How's it going over there?
It's going pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, you're not that far away from me. Like. Hey, how's it going over there? We are in the same room.
Pretty similar to over there, I imagine.
Pretty similar. You're getting lots of hearts, babe. Lots of love.
Oh, hey guys.
Thank you so much for those. That's enough. It's enough now.
I can see him.
Yep, she could see him. That's how close we are, and yet I'm asking her how things are going. That's like short people saying to me, how's the weather up there? Hey, how's the weather up there? I used to think it's the same as it is down there, but you know what? It's not always. Sometimes it's a little different. You got a low ceiling. People are like, how's the weather up here? I'm like, it's hot as shit up here. The top 1 foot of this room is a lot hotter than down there.
Yeah, it wasn't until I pointed it out, right? I was like trying to get something out of the cupboard over the sink, and I was like, wow, it's so warm up here.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh my God.
And then I looked around, and standing on the stool, I was the same height as you. I was like, oh, no wonder you're saying you're hot all the time, and I'm always turning up the heat, and you're always turning it down.
Yeah, because my head is in the hottest part of whatever room I'm standing in usually.
And that's the biggest part of your body, so.
Yes, it sure is.
And I mean, that's where you're breathing in the air too, so you're breathing in warm air as well.
The quote is from The Breakfast Club.
Mm.
And it's the same guy. John Bender. Judd Nelson as John Bender.
Cool.
But I have another one. Oh wait, I'm sorry. No. Before we get to that. No. It's time to do the. You have a weekly weird. You have a weird news report.
Sure.
Excellent. Let's do that.
Okay.
Oh, someone totally nailed it earlier. Excellent. Did not see that.
You know what? It takes a little while for the answers to come in. Why don't you tell them the movie quote, and then I'll read the news story.
Tell them what movie quote.
You said you had another one.
You go first.
Okay. All right. It was just a second ago.
I know it, but I don't have it here. It's on my phone, and I don't have my phone.
Oh,
I
you didn't have
mean,
your
so I thought you
phone.
could go ahead.
Well, you can look around. Do you want me to go?
No, I want you to do the bloody weird news story,
No,
love.
I mean, do you want me to come in front?
Come on over here,
In
talk
front
to
of
the
screens
people.
while you look for your telephone?
Well, I don't know. Would you like to?
That's up to you.
Do you want me to leave first so you don't look so small? Yeah, come on over.
It's not going to make a big difference.
Come on over. It's Emma Gleason, everyone. And she really is tall. She's a reasonably tall person. And you thought she was joking about my giant head. I could eat her. Have fun, babe. I'll be right back.
Hey guys.
Speak into the mic. They won't hear you.
Well, now I'm getting a little taste of what you say when you say it feels like I'm not listening and you're not talking to anyone, because now it feels like I'm not talking. Well, I know you guys are there, so okay. But I like Ben's reactions when I read the stories. Hey guys.
I'll be right back with them.
Okay.
If I could
All right.
figure out where I left my darn Teflon.
So is it even down here, or is it upstairs,
It's
maybe?
down here.
Okay.
Totally down here.
All right. Do you need me to send you a message so it lights up?
No,
Let's
forget
do
it.
that. Let's send Ben a text message.
Forget it. It's okay. It's all right, love.
Here, I can just send you.
I thought I brought it in here, but I don't know where it is.
I just sent you a heart emoji. I can never actually call Ben's phone for him.
Hey, guys!
In order for him to find it, because he's the only person I know who never ever has his ringtone on.
I forgot you guys were down here. How's it going? Hey! Look, it's us!
All these years, and I don't know what Ben's ringtone actually sounds like, because he actually never has it on. So there you go, little inside behind the scenes with Ben.
Yeah, I can't deal with the with all the.
He's very. Ow! Ow! Oh!
What happened?
Your mic is electric. I accidentally touched my lip to your phone, to the mic at the tiniest bit.
And you
Or
got
it's
a
close
shock?
enough and it jumped. Yeah, the shock jumped.
A lip shocker.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe I should wear my Ugg boots.
Let's get back to our positions. Let's get back to our locations, okay? Try not to touch your face on there when you go by.
Alright. Bye, guys. Nice to see you all face to face-ish.
Face to face-ish with Emma. That's tonight's
Ow.
face to face-ish, and she shocked her mouth on the other mic.
Oh my god.
It's your. I think it's you, babe. You're just electric.
I'm not wearing these shoes down here again.
Oh, are you wearing like slipper things? Yeah, don't do
I'm
that.
wearing Ugg boots.
One time, yeah,
They're not slippers in the US. It shouldn't happen here.
they're not officially called slippers here.
No, it's just the slippers in Australia.
Well, what are they here? They're the same boot, aren't they? It's
but-
just a matter of what you call them.
Yeah, but people don't wear them as slippers. They wear them out and about.
People don't wear them as slippers. They wear them out and about.
Yeah.
Here in the U.S.,
Yeah.
but down under,
Yeah, in Australia.
they are strictly slippers.
Yeah, I mean, they've become more mainstream now, but like, if you, since the invasion into Hollywood of the Uggs,
The Uggs invaded Hollywood.
yeah, a while back.
Way to go, Uggs.
But yeah, only if
Burn
you
it to
were,
the ground, Uggs. Take it down. Sorry, that was dark.
Yeah, it was a pretty bad look. Like, I don't care about my life if you wore your Uggs to the supermarket.
Right, you're being lazy or something.
Yeah, it's like you had your hair in rollers and your Uggs on going to the supermarket.
Right, that's me.
They go together.
Most days.
They go together, right, babe?
Yeah. You think my hair just looks like this? It's ours. So yeah, let's check into the news now, since my telephone has left the building.
Did you really need it?
No, I don't really need it.
Oh. All right. So, you can check your notes on my iPad.
Nah, it's all right. Just
All
go
right.
ahead. Can we do the
Okay,
bloody
so
news story, love?
Hazard, Kentucky, you was talking about.
Hazard, Kentucky.
Made me think of this story.
The Dukes? That's where the Duke boys are from?
Oh, really?
Yeah, the
Oh.
Dukes of Hazard, babe.
Oh.
Yeehaw!
I've never watched any of those films.
It's a TV show.
Well, there's a film.
You don't know? You never watched the Dukes of Hazard?
No, I never watched the Dukes. of
How did
Hazzard.
it take us this long to figure this out? It was an
We've
amazing
been
show.
figuring out a lot of stuff.
Speaking
haven't
of
seen.
burning Hollywood down, the Dukes of Hazzard was this huge hit show, and people in Hollywood were not like welcoming to them as stars because they thought it was this country hick show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's this whole like behind the scenes thing about it.
People pretending they were from there.
No, I think there's a little of both, and they just kind of apparently frowned upon the whole production.
Oh,
But
did
I
they?
was like the perfect age, and it was amazing. It had dudes jumping, getting away from the cops, who were crooked and totally inept, and like jumping their car, driving 100 miles an hour on these back roads, and jumping their car over the creek to get away from the dumb sheriff. And Daisy Duke, of course, a young boy. That's where Daisy Dukes comes from. Mm-hmm. The original Daisy Duke, Catherine Bach. I think we all enjoyed watching her on the program. That's all I'll say. So Hazard, yeah, that's Hazard County, Kentucky, is where the Dukes of Hazard are from. So there's some news from Dukeville, boys.
Right, but they
Turns out Boss Hogg, he is like the evil leader guy, Boss Hogg. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, I was going to say, but they got looked down on because they wore their Uggs and rollers to the supermarket.
Yeah, right. They would never wear Uggs, no. Cowboy boots, tight jeans, and a T-shirt, and, hey, how y'all doing, man?
So yeah, this takes place in Hazard, Kentucky. this story.
Hazard, Kentucky. Our news tonight hails from Hazard, Kentucky.
And as you were saying, that kind of stuff, it made me think of this story because you were talking about how your trip to Germany wouldn't happen anymore. That kind of thing wouldn't take place.
Oh, right. It's one of those.
But instead, I think things like this still go on, but disciplinary action gets taken, like in Hazard, Kentucky, after photos surfaced on social media allegedly depicting students giving lap dances to high school staff.
What?
Yeah. Superintendent Sondra Combs said festivities included a man pageant, which somehow led to lap dances by scantily clad students.
Oh my God.
One of the grateful recipients of a lap dance was none other than the principal himself.
Well, I mean, he is the big cheese. Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Yeah, and so, people wanted to talk to the mayor about it, but the principal's also the mayor. So.
But he is the mayor.
Yeah.
Oh, that brings us to another movie quote in the middle of the news story.
Oh, really? Go
yeah,
for
well,
it.
I'd like to see what the local sheriff thinks of your practices. And the guy flips his wallet out, and he is the sheriff. So the principal is the mayor. Okay, this explains immediately how the situation got to where it is. There's no one.
You can't be overseeing yourself.
Right. There's nobody. There's no one controlling this principal person.
Yeah.
This principal mayor.
There's no oversight. Yeah.
Oh my God. That is horrible.
Yeah. So the superintendent, at least she said, was on it a little bit and said that.
Yes, vacation. Somebody got it.
They're going to provide social media training for their students and staff.
Social media training. That's what they're going to do? You're not going to fire the principal mayor?
Yeah, I guess not.
Wow.
But she emphasized that the district has a tradition of excellence, of academics and everything we do.
Oh. Academics and
everything. She should have said, or maybe it was a misprint, in everything we do.
Wow, that is...
And, yeah.
That's horrible. That's...
Yeah. Apparently that it includes giving lap dances and learning how to do them at school. You just shouldn't post pictures of them on your social media.
Yes, exactly. So they're going to teach them how to not post it.
Yeah.
How to get away with it.
Yeah, there might be a bigger problem there.
No, there's more lines coming from the movie. How much is it going to cost? How much you got?
Oh, so they guessed it?
Yeah, somebody got it. They said vacation, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Melinda Fink says, support your local sheriff. Principal. Mayor. Oh, hi, Mr. Sheriff, Principal, Mayor. I don't see how this could lead to any problems at all.
There are definitely...
You're in charge of you, in charge of you.
Yeah. There are definitely advantages to living in a town or city that is big enough to have separate people filling those roles.
Yeah, it's like nobody saw that coming. He's like, I assume this is a man, the principal mayor.
Yes, it is.
He's like the bad guy in an 80s film. He just like owns and runs the town, and he's running it like he's the little kid in the Twilight Zone who's just like everyone's afraid he's going to kill them with his mind, so everyone's just doing whatever he wants.
Yeah.
That is not good. That is not good, I say. Not good. I'm trying to remember the other movie quote because I want to do it exactly.
Okay.
That wasn't it. That one just came up again. But
do you want to think about it and I'll give you another story?
Yeah, well, is there more to that one?
That's it.
That's it.
That's
Lap dances at back to school night, everybody. Woohoo! Unbelievable. If you think that's okay, you're wrong. You are just wrong about that.
If you think that's okay, you shouldn't be teaching children.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Zachary. You have another one? Let's do another one.
Yeah, so do you remember that how I had that story about the hiker who was out?
Yeah, the guy who found himself in the woods. For years, people have been going hiking in the woods trying to find themselves. This guy actually did it.
Well, he didn't go hiking, but he got drunk.
Just let people appreciate the joke, please, babe. Okay, now. He didn't go hiking.
He got drunk, he went out, he slept in the woods, and then woke up in the morning to a search party and decided to join in and help out. And then found out after about a half hour that they were looking for him.
Yeah.
And had a hard time convincing them.
But the joke doesn't work unless he goes out to go hiking.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, this person did. They went out hiking in Colorado.
You're right. Oh, there's another one. A different hiking story, yeah.
and
So a guy goes hiking in Colorado.
Yeah, and they got lost in the wood in Mount Elbert.
Oh, I know it well.
And then, so the next morning, like a search and rescue began looking for them.
It's good, by the way, that they combine those into one agency. Like if the search guys showed up, like, we're not rescue, sorry, we found you, but there's nothing we can do to help you. Search and rescue guys showed up.
Yeah, went looking for them and...
Oh, sorry, I went looking for them, yeah.
And made calls to the person's cell phone. Apparently it was on, and so they called it and kept calling it and calling it. I guess they were thinking, okay, they're not answering, but maybe someone will hear the cell phone ringing.
They're just a
while
bear
we're
just looking at it in a cave. Watching it ring. That's dark. Sorry, go ahead, babe.
So anyway, they found the person who was missing.
They did, okay.
Yeah. And apparently they didn't realize they were lost, and then the search party was looking for them, and they thought that, and they just didn't answer the phone calls because they were coming from a number they didn't know, and they thought it was spam.
Right, spam risk. So, wait, so they didn't know that people thought they were missing?
Yeah.
Or lost?
Yeah.
They just didn't answer?
Yes. It says at the beginning of the story they got lost, but I guess they didn't think they were lost.
Right. They just didn't know it yet?
But yeah.
Oh, you were lost, all right. I knew right where I was the whole time.
But the, they say search and rescue advice at the end of the article. It says, if you're overdue according to your itinerary and you start getting repeated calls from an unknown number, please answer the phone.
Oh, that seems like pretty solid advice.
Imagine the bit they didn't say that they would like to have.
Like, I've been out here in the woods for like 7 days. I got 1,000 calls from this number, but I don't know who it is, so I'm not answering.
That's scary. Answering
like,
a call.
Hello?
Being lost in the woods? No. Getting calls from an unknown number.
Your credit card has been used.
That's really scary.
That's what's really scary, is getting a spam call. You're like on the verge of death. Oh, okay, man.
Just what I need. Spam.
Oh, great.
I'm lost in the woods.
I'm lost in the woods for weeks. That's like the old, the guy is waiting for God to save him. And then he dies, and God says, I sent you a boat and a helicopter.
Yeah.
Same
rescue crew.
It's the same kind of weird little spot that you put yourself in there.
And they called you repeatedly on your cell phone.
Yeah, we called you 100 times. You thought a telemarketer called you 100 times? They got a list of 70,000 phone numbers to call in one day. They're not going to call you 12, 14, 77 times.
Yeah.
Hey, it's me. I really need to pitch this to you and no one else.
Oh yeah.
I guess they weren't thinking clearly.
No, perhaps they were more lost than they thought they were. Dehydrated. I don't know.
Yeah, you never know. You never know, because that really can mess up everything. Being super dehydrated.
Where is that ringing coming from? There's some strange bird calls out here.
There's
You're very lost and dehydrated looking there, my dear. Did you run out of Stella?
There's a great book by this guy Bill Bryson, who I know I've talked to you about him. I think it's been a long time since I read it, but it's about him. He goes on a hike. He's going to hike the Appalachian Trail from one end to the other. Mm-hmm. And he's trying to find people to go with him, and it's pretty funny, but he ends up in a spot. His watch has stopped, but he doesn't realize it for a long time. Because he's been walking, and he's like very high altitude, and
yeah.
So yeah, it just made me think of that the phone, this person's just like, why does this person keep calling me? I feel like I'm walking in circles and I'm so thirsty. And
it's funny. I learned a thing about speaking of like you need to drink more beer because you're looking dehydrated. I was watching.
Again, words to live by. Get smart and drink more beer.
I was watching a thing about travel in Europe. It was about Germany on the TV while I was making your food earlier.
Oh yeah.
And they were talking. They went and visited a monastery or the ruins of one, and were talking about how, like in the latter days of the monastery, how well they all lived, and how well they ate and things. Like it started out, vegetarian diet, very chaste, but then by the end,
Ooh, nice. Chaste.
yeah,
Chaste. Or is there an I in there?
yeah, no, that's it.
Chaste.
That's
Good
it.
word use,
Yeah,
babe.
that's where the chasteberry gets its name from. The giving it to monks to try and.
Didn't know is chastity somewhere connected in there?
Yeah.
And they did live well. I know that cappuccino, the modern day cappuccino, originated with Capuchin monks
Nice. Yeah.
who got so incredibly good at making coffee.
Right.
So they were living large.
Yeah, and Dom Perignon.
Yeah.
He was
He was a great guy. He always brought the best champagne. Every New Year's Eve.
Yeah, he was a monk that invented really, really high-end champagne.
Yeah. So they had time and money, those
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah. Apparently they had a lot of money. They would
No
trade.
sex, none at all. None of the sex. That's what you trade in,
They would trade in futures and stuff. They would sell their wool, at a set price for 2 years in advance and whatnot. So they were doing really well by the end of things.
Yeah, and they there's safety in numbers, and there's safety in the church, and it's like you can see why several hundred years ago, it made sense.
Yeah, join the monastery, have a nice wall around you protecting you from the outer world.
Yeah, and a whole,
Yeah.
group of other men that are on your side, and you're all,
But this guy was saying they would eat something like 6,000 calories a day. They estimate they were eating, and they were drinking up 8 pints of beer a day or something like that.
Well, that doesn't seem like that much.
They're not sure if that was because they didn't trust the water. Something to do with that. So,
Oh.
I mean, beer was times gone by, beer was a way to make your water supply clean and
more filling.
Yeah, and medicinal as well.
And what?
And it was medicinal as well. You weren't
Yes.
brewing it to be alcoholic necessarily. It was a bit more like kombucha, I guess.
And if you don't have food, there's not just food aplenty,
Yeah.
This guy, Tony Bavacqua, who was Rodney Dangerfield's manager and partner in the club, Dangerfield's in New York.
Yeah.
When I was in the clubs in New York, which I still could be and will be again soon, he was still managing the club, Tony Bavacqua. And Rodney would say, my manager, Tony Bavacqua. And his characters that he, my doctor, Dr. Vinny Boom Butts was his doctor's name. I don't know if Vinny Boom Butts was real, but he would talk about, hey, Tim. Tim is saying hi. Hi. Hello. He would talk about Tony, and he was a real guy.
Yeah.
Managed the club for years. Unfortunately, it's gone now.
Yeah.
COVID got it. Unbelievable! But it was like the club that time forgot. They didn't change a thing in there. It was like walking into the middle of the 1960s.
Wow.
But he was he played in bands and stuff, and he said whenever he was at a show, he didn't want to have a meal beforehand, so he's a little hungry before the show, he would always have a beer because it fills you up.
Yeah.
And you get a little bit of nutrition out of it, there's a little bit more to it than just drinking water or whatever. And, I took that to heart. I was like,
You certainly did.
I think I'm a little hungrier than he is. So maybe I'll have 3-4 before the show. No, but he was an interesting guy, and he told me that. And it's true. It's totally true. But a snack is good.
Yeah.
Like chips and guacamole, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something that's not too filling, but
Well,
it's a little something, you know what I mean?
When my mum was breastfeeding, when she had, I think her first baby, she got told to drink stout to increase her
All right. Yeah, Guinness.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would drink Guinness. It's good. It's
Good
good.
for your milk supply.
It brings iron, right? They would say. I thought they would say that.
And probably.
There was a whole huge ad campaign about how Guinness is
Wow.
great for pregnant women.
Yeah.
And like I used to have I think I have
amazing.
a tin, like an actual tin cutout sign from that era.
She tried, but she was like, it's so hard to drink. It's so hard to get a pint of that down. She hated it.
Oh, it's like maple
she
syrup.
She gave up in the end, but
I love it.
I think we're all better for it.
That they don't recommend it to pregnant women
No,
anymore.
that Mum gave up because
Right.
she couldn't drink it. She tried.
She tried it. Well, good on her for trying.
Doctor's advice.
Yeah. Things.
What?
How things have changed.
Yeah, what are the things that, in 20, 30 years' time, people are going to be looking back and going, oh my God, can you imagine the doctors recommended these things to us?
Yeah. Which are the things that
Yeah.
we're getting recommended now? Will
Yeah.
those things be?
Yeah. That was awesome, babe.
I want to master like this little, like when a golfer finally puts the ball in the hole, the crowd cheers and they all have their like this the subtlest little acknowledgement.
Yeah.
It's great. I love it's like a hat, someone just grab your hat,
Nice.
or just like a little.
Oh, I like that. I like the understated touch.
Yeah, just say, hey, thank you. Please. Thank you, but if you could shut the fuck up also, so I could think about what I'm doing here. No, it's nice. It's a nice little touch. It's a nice little touch. Did I tell everyone what the quotes were from? Sometimes I forget. Oh, and somebody I got to do this. I saw a comment on the Tube of Utes, and someone was like, I asked that Steely Dan trivia question, what comedian was one of the members of Steely Dan, and I saw a comment on YouTube that said, you never fucking told us.
Oh no!
So I hope that person is watching this time too, although they probably like forget it, he asks questions, he never gives you the answer. But it's Chevy Chase. Chevy Chase was a member of Steely Dan.
You kidding?
I am not kidding. That is, it's a little known fact there.
Oh, there you go.
That Chevy Chase was a member of the band.
Never would have guessed
I
it.
never would have guessed it. Well, we're coming up on an hour already.
Yeah, totally. Connor McLaughlin says, let's go for 2.
All right, McLaughlin, rein it in a bit, would ya? Oh, that's flattering, though, that you would care to do this for another hour. But no, we can't do that. We've got lots of other things to do. We've got a lot of things that we're working on. We got some special things coming up, you know what I mean?
We have to feed the dog.
And on top of that, we got to feed the dog, which seems to
Yeah.
be pretty important to him.
Yeah, I need feeding as well.
Oh.
But I can't believe how quiet he's been. I feed him, he howls the whole time. Tonight.
Yeah, you know why? Because he's laying in the booth again, I'll bet.
So he's feeling,
So he's like,
he's feeling guilty.
yes, he's like, I don't want to alert anyone to my position.
I'm not supposed to be.
I'll bet you he is. I bet you when we open the door, he's like, we hear him jump down.
Yeah.
Mr. Sparkle
Totes,
Barkle.
totes.
So today, like all other days, is undoubtedly several unique and strange holidays. And I'm hoping that Miss Emma Gleason knows what some of those are, because it's time for Sunday, Sunday, Sunday on Wednesday, Wednesday, Wednesday.
Well, I have 5 of them for you.
5! Well,
Yeah.
that sounds like enough.
The first one, Weary Willie Day.
Weary Willie? How did they know?
Do you?
Who? No, is there some backstory?
Yeah. Do you?
Watch how small my head gets, everyone. Watch. Ready?
Have you heard of?
What?
Have you heard of Weary Willie?
No, I have not. Is he a guy?
Yeah.
I feel like I met him somewhere. You know what I mean?
It's Weary Willie was a clown, a character who was born in the time of the Great Depression.
What a shitty time to be a clown. That was everything was just filthy and no one had any food.
Yeah, Emmett Kelly created Weary Willie because he was like, all these clowns have these plastered on smiley faces. What if I create one that has the reversed smile?
That shows the clown's real feelings.
Yeah. Yeah, and it wasn't very...
What kind of a clown are you? There's a movie quote. The crying on the inside kind, I guess.
Gosh, you
I know, it's ridiculous.
really are full of them.
Yes. Literally, there's nothing else in there. Sorry, keep going.
So yeah,
Weary Willie, he was like he was to like show how people felt instead of.
Yeah, he said it. They say that it worked with all these people who were out of work and were feeling down, and he was dressed like a hobo and had the face, the smile painted on upside down, which
Right.
is strange to me. That I was like, wouldn't that sort of remind them of themselves? But yeah, apparently EDCAP and people employing him didn't think it would be very good. But he lifted the mood and somehow it became really popular. And yeah, he toured.
Weary Willie.
Yeah, the US with Barnum and Bailey.
Weary Willie did?
I'm trying to find.
Wow, that's as good as it
One
gets
of
for a clown.
no, I think it was the Ringling Brothers.
Well,
Yeah.
that's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
We've only ever heard of two. And those are them.
Yeah, so.
Well, all right, Weary Willie. Well done, buddy. Working the big top. All right, so Weary Willie Day.
Yeah. National Ding-a-ling Day?
This one sounds like it's right for me.
So,
National Ding-a-ling Day. Okay.
There's quite a theme happening here, isn't there?
Weary Willie, Ding-a-ling.
Sounds like a whole bunch of euphemisms.
Yeah. I remember the song, I Want to Play with My Ding-a-ling.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that song?
Yeah, I do.
It was on this album of like weird fun for kids, weird songs.
It's hard to figure
Shakes the Clown. That's right, Brandon Scott Downs. Shakes the Clown. Pretty sure. And someone said I did a great Bobcat, so thank you, Bobcat. Goldthwait. Sorry, continue.
No,
Just
go.
responding to some of the stuff. Somebody got the movie quote.
Awesome.
You're crying on the inside, God.
Yeah, that song is pretty unforgettable.
Right, I want to play with my
I thought
ding-a-ling.
it was your my ding-a-ling.
No, I think he wants to play with his own.
Yeah. Whatever the case is.
3 times
yeah.
a day. 3 times a day, people. Whether you need it or not. Okay, so Ding-a-ling Day.
So it's a national day about getting in touch with people you might have lost touch with.
Oh, it's about phone calls.
Yeah.
I've got a dirty mind. I thought he was talking about playing with his penis. I thought his willy was a bit weary,
And
so he thought he'd cheer him up a bit.
Yeah, and then it's also, donate money to the Salvation Army that uses the bell ringers. I think they just throw kind of everything in there.
They're like, this is a holiday to celebrate all other holidays.
Yeah, they say it's 2 things, but then they're like, well, it's about the song, and it's about the bell ringers, and it's about not texting people and giving them a call. So, or you can invent your own interpretation.
I think maybe I will. All right, so Ding-a-ling, Weary Willie.
Festival of Unmentionable Thoughts. Gosh, there is a theme. I didn't see it when I was
My
putting them all
God,
together.
they have got me fucking pegged today. What is it again? Festival
of Unmentionable Thoughts.
Festival of Unmentionable Thoughts. That is a high concept fucking holiday right there. Jesus. What do you do to celebrate that?
So
You get together and just look at each other?
and then blush.
Yeah. Or bow your head in shame. Okay, I love it. What's next?
Yeah, it's all about the fact that, everybody has these thoughts.
Not me, I don't.
And they say there's nothing wrong with what you think, but I don't know.
Yeah, but they can't see what's going on in there.
Yeah.
Festival of Unmentionable Thoughts. It's fantastic.
And then...
It's almost as good as, like, put some cucumbers on the neighbor's porch day, whatever the fuck. I know it was zucchini. I remember what it was.
Nice.
I was just doing a character he didn't fucking remember.
Well, I was telling him then.
Okay, sorry.
Even though I'd never got to tell him.
Right.
Okay. And then Halcyon Days.
Halcyon.
Yes.
Halcyon.
Mm-hmm.
Halcyon.
Do you know halcyon birds?
No, I never knew what it was. I just know how to spell it. Is that a bird?
Yeah.
Me, the accidental ornithologist, does
So
not know.
They're birds that lay
I innately knew how to spell it. They lay their
eggs in a nest that they create on the ocean, in the ocean. Like
right.
The nest in the ocean, and they
in the ocean.
Yeah, and they do it right around the winter solstice.
Right.
Because that's the time when they think it's because that's like a time where there's really calm weather and there's like the least storms.
Huh.
And so in ancient mythology, there was a thought that it was the birds creating this calm weather, and they talk of them as halcyon days.
Oh, halcyon days.
Yeah.
Excellent. And is that a species of bird, or is that like a group of birds that do that?
No, it's a species of
It's
bird.
one species, the halcyon birds.
Yeah.
Seems insanely dangerous to me. Having just watched the, what was it called, Blue Planet, or where there's giant fish jumping out of the ocean and catching birds out of the air and eating them.
Yeah, that was crazy. I guess that doesn't happen with these birds, or otherwise they wouldn't.
If you were a bird and you got killed by a fish, you'd be like, "Are you fucking kidding me? I'm a bird. How the fuck could a fish get me? Fuck you. That's a game changer."
The other way around.
Yeah,
I'm
what
here
the
to
fuck?
eat.
Fish is like, "Not today." Bird's like, "Hey, but I can fly, you motherfucker." Oh, that was like, if I were a bird, it would have been terrifying for me. But I'm not. But I felt it for them.
Oh yeah, totally. From the couch.
Seriously, that actually happened. You can watch it. It happens. Okay, so wow, these are some serious days. We're gonna have to run through them quickly again.
Okay, and the last one, National Cat Herders Day.
Cat herders.
Yes.
Oh, those people are often overlooked. They are a valuable part of our society. If it weren't for cat herders, the cats would just be running around all over wherever the fuck they want. Wait a minute. That is what cats are doing. Why are we celebrating these people? What's a cat herder?
So a cat herder is someone who, it's a term for people who do things that are really difficult. Wrangling a lot of people, organizing a lot of different stuff, doing a whole bunch of different things. They talk about it as being as hard as herding cats.
Right.
So
I love it.
yeah.
It is hard. They're literally, they just do whatever the fuck they want.
I have often felt like a cat herder.
That's interesting. I've often felt like a cat.
Yes.
Only when I was burgling.
You've been part of what I've been herding.
Someone just said I have 8 cats. That's 8 too many. That's 8 too many cats. They don't care about you. No, cats can be great, man. All right, so is that all 5?
Yeah, that's it.
Can we run through them again? We got
Okay.
Weary Willie.
You just got to think.
Ding-a-ling
thoughts.
Day.
Yes. Weary Willie, Ding-a-ling, Unmentionable Thoughts.
Unmentionable Thoughts. A Festival of Unmentionable Thoughts Day.
And then it gets calm with Halcyon Days.
Halcyon Days, which is so calm you could lay eggs on the fucking ocean. and and then
National Cat Herders.
National Cat Herders
You're
Day.
supposed to appreciate those calm parts of your life on Halcyon Days and think back on them. That's the point of it, by the way.
When were those?
Yeah.
All right, here we go, folks. It's Wednesday, but it's time for Sunday.
weekend, one day only. We're gonna celebrate a clown who was weary and unhappy at a time when everybody else felt that way too. It's Weary Willie Day. Now get out your Ding-a-ling and play with it. It's National Ding-a-ling Day. Or call somebody instead of sending them a text. Now think of those things that you think are unmentionable, and you're right, they are. So don't fucking say anything to anybody. But celebrate them. And then take it easy. Maybe lay some eggs on the surface of the ocean. Now go wrangle some cats or do some shit that's really tough to do.
Woo! Very nice.
That was really fun, you guys. I am Ben Bailey.
And I'm Emma Gleason.
And this has been episode 99, the penultimate episode of Working From Home. Holy shit, one more, you guys. And then after that, a 2-week break, and then the big new show!
Woohoo!
Yeah, we were trying to think of a name of it, and that's it. The big new show, it's called. First episode of the big new show is
Going to be big.
Wednesday, January 5th.
Nice.
With all those fifths and fifths in there. January 5th.
That's awesome.
Looks like I'm going to be in St. Louis in April, folks.
Cool.
St. Lou, April.
Nice.
Be there. If you're not there now, go there between now and then, so you could be there too. And yeah, that's it, I guess, folks. Make donations if you can to No Kid Hungry. It is right in the feed on Facebook and Instagram. Neither of you guys have made any, but I failed to mention it halfway through. So someone make up for my lack of mentioning and make a couple of donations, please.
And you can tip Ben directly on his profile on Twitter.
Directly, you could tip like it right on the profile.
Yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic.
It's pretty cool.
That's like a real. That's fantastic.
Or you can go to Venmo or Patreon at Ben Bailey Comedy.
Yes, if you want to tip me there or sign up to be a patron, that's someone who puts money in to help us produce all this stuff that we produce for you.
Yeah.
And any and all of those would be very, very much appreciated.
Yes, we
As would a donation to No Kid Hungry or Feeding America. Both of those, you'll help someone as soon as tomorrow who doesn't know where they're going to get their food for tomorrow. Imagine what that's like. Find it in your heart to help somebody who needs some fucking food. That's it for this show, you guys. That's it for episode 99. We will see you next week. Let's juggle some fucking chickens. That's how bad I am at juggling. I couldn't even pick this one up. Oh my god, I just hit Emma right in the face with a chicken. Oh my god, I wish we had that on camera. I'm so sorry, babe. You can throw it back at me if you want. Sorry, babe.
It's alright.
Bye, everybody.
I'm alright, guys.
See you later, suckers! Ha ha ha!